Okay, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to talk about navigating the MLS. I was going to say navigation. Navigating the MLS and how to do a search for your clients, how to send them an email of maybe some properties that you think they might like, or setting them up on an automatic email where you enter the criteria of what they're looking for, and you save the search with their contact under their contact, and it automatically sends them an email anytime a property comes on the market with that criteria. So it makes it look like you're sending an email. First thing is you're going to go to crmls.org, and that's here, crmls.org. And you're going to click on this button up here at the top that says MLS Dashboard Login, which is going to take you to this. And you're going to enter your username. So you have to be signed up with the board. If you haven't signed up with the board, I know there's a few new people here that haven't signed up yet. Sign up with the board, and they'll give you access to this, because when you pay your fees, it includes access to the MLS, access to the car website and zip forms, all the contracts you're going to need to submit offers. So enter your username and password, click on login. And it's going to take you to this page here, and what we're looking for is clicking on matrix right there. And matrix is the MLS. And this is what it looks like. So let's kind of go through what this page is, right? So if you have an MLS number or an address, you could type it in up here in the search bar. But you have to use this is only for properties for sale or that have sold. You're not going to find leases using the search bar up here. So if you're looking for, like, for instance, I don't know, you're going to do the street number and the street name. That's it. No street, no avenue, no direction, north or south, no city, just the address. And it'll pull up everything for that property. Anytime it's been sold, anytime it's been canceled, whatever, right? So that's one way of looking up a property. If somebody calls you up and says, hey, I'm standing in front of this street, can you give me some information on it? You can just type it in real quick, or you can click over here on the right. It might look different on yours because you can move these around. So let me see. I can click on the blue bar, drag it over. So you can position this however you want, all of these, right? This is just how I have it set up. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, you can set it up the way you want to. I have it all the way on the right-hand side. So again, you can type in the street number, street name, and hit search. And this way will give you every transaction, lease, sale, canceled, everything. Any questions on that? That's if somebody calls you with the address, you could just do that. Okay. Let's look at what this is here. On the left-hand side, you have my favorite searches. When you save a search, you create a search, you're going to enter all the data. Like I'm looking for active listings in Orange County, the city of Irvine, and everything that's 3 bedrooms between 1 and 2 million. And you save that search. There's a little box that you check that says add to favorites, and then it'll show up here on your homepage. Otherwise, you'd have to go to My Matrix, Save Searches, and then look for the Save Search. But if you click that box, which is right here, that puts it on your homepage. So you don't have to go through all that. You just say, oh, let's see if there's any new listings in that neighborhood. Okay, there's one. All right. So that's Save Searches. Let's scroll down. External links. Again, it might look different on yours. It might be moved around. This is just how I have it set up. These are external links to other programs or tools that you can use. Cloud CMA, we've talked about that before. If you haven't sat in for one of those classes, we're going to in a few classes. Realtor Property Resource, zip forms, so a bunch of different external links. What we're going to talk about is just using the MLS to do searches and everything. But before we go into that, make sure you go into roster, agent roster, and look for your name, to use your user ID, and click search. results. Okay, so here's me, right? Click on this little pencil to edit, to make sure that you have the correct phone number, email address, all that information. So I have my email address, my cell phone number, and if I want to change that, click on that pencil, click on change contact information. And what's my first point of contact is going to be my cell phone, right? And secondary is email. So you can see that here. This is on the left, phone number, cell phone, email address, website, all that stuff, right? Also, you can add a photo here. That's my photo. So cancel it. So make sure that that is correct on there. All right, now let's go to a search. In order to search for a property, let me see. Can I borrow your pen really quick? And then one of those pages, my page. Hey, Rima, you're my buyer. What city are you looking at?
Irvine.
Irvine. Okay. What's your max price?
1.5.
1.5. So this is what we're gonna ask the buyer, right, that we're working with. We're gonna say, how much are you approved for? And they're gonna tell you. If they're not approved yet, then you're gonna say, hey, call this person, or if you have a lender, you can call loan officer. We need your pre-approval before even looking for a home, right? Because we need to know first of all, what your purchase power is. If you say what you qualify for, or if you can even afford it, that doesn't sound too good. But when you say we need to know your purchase power, that sounds a little more like, oh, hey, okay, purchase power, that sounds pretty good. So in this case, you have your pre-approval and you're approved to purchase up to 1.5. So what are you looking for? A single family detached, a condo?
Single family, 3 to 4 bedroom.
For $1.5 million?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, well, we'll look.
Keep looking for me.
Oh, you're gonna be one of those buyers. Okay, so we're looking for 3 to 4 bedrooms, okay, single family, garage, do you care?
Yes.
2-car garage, attached?
Garage attached. Single
Okay,
family.
so the most important things we're looking here is the city, the price, that it's a single family, and that it's 3 bedrooms. Everything else is gonna be like, now we're whittling down, right? So that's the first thing we're gonna do.
2,000 square footage plus.
Wow, you're like tough. Okay. 2,000 square feet plus. This is not your first rodeo. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go hover over search. Hover over residential.
Yeah.
And then click on detail.
Yes.
Any searches are gonna happen under search, just so you guys know. Okay. So we know we're looking for active and possibly coming soon.
Yes.
Right? Because we're not looking for sold houses, we need to find an active house, right? Something that's for sale. And then on the left-hand side, we're gonna go down to single-family residence. She doesn't want a condo. In most cases, you could just leave that blank and not select anything, because sometimes the buyer, it doesn't matter, they just wanna find a house within their price range.
I have a question.
Yes,
Sometimes it's single family home, but on the other hand, they put condominium.
yes,
How? Single family home and condominium.
because it might be a detached condo.
So
so
they
it- so-
consider it as single family, or you feel it as a single?
No, you have to put whatever, sometimes the agents don't enter it correctly. So you have to look at the tax records too and see how they classify it.
Mhm.
In this case, we're just looking for single family, but you want detached, so we're gonna click. I don't know why this is set like this. They should say attached or detached, right?
Yeah.
Here, they're like, do you want it attached? Yes, no, we don't want it attached. Just, I don't know, I think it could be confusing for some people,
Yeah.
but that's what they have. All right, now we're gonna go to the center here, and we're gonna say what county? Orange.
Orange.
And it's important that you type in or select from the list the county, because if you don't enter the county, it's gonna show you every city in the MLS. Which, let me see what that looks like. There's a lot of cities here, right? But we don't wanna look through all the cities. So when we enter just Orange County. then it's only gonna show us cities in Orange County.
Irvine.
It's a lot less cities, right? So we can either type in Irvine or select it from the list.
Yeah.
And then area, we didn't say area, so I'm just gonna leave that alone, because now it's gonna be even less results if we do that. So now we're looking at the bottom, if you guys can see there's 84 matches. Now, let's go up to the top right hand corner, under price,
No.
1,500,000 minus, so anything less than 1,500,000.
Yeah.
So just a tip here. You don't use dollar signs, commas, or periods in these fields. So you can enter the number 1,500,000 minus, that means this price and less.
If
that make
there's no
sense?
minus, so it's very rare to
If,
find.
if there's no minus, you just enter the price,
Right.
it's gonna look for a house that's priced
Only
1.5,
Right.
right? So you're saying everything less than 1.5.
Right.
Or if you're looking for anything that's between 1 million and 1.5, you're gonna enter 1 million dash.
Yeah.
1,500,000. So it's like a range.
Mhm.
If you want everything above it, you're gonna say 1,500,000 plus.
Oh,
So 1,500,000 plus.
yeah,
And I don't know what's plus, right?
right.
So if you look down in the bottom left, now we have 6 matches. But
But
now let's enter bedrooms.
the criteria,
3 plus.
3 plus.
5. Okay, so we're whittling down here. We might find you the perfect home, but you're gonna have to submit above asking price for it. Okay, now living area, you want 2,000
2,000 plus.
plus. Oh, I just feel like the game show. We live. All right, so we're not gonna be that picky in this case. We're just gonna say 3 bedrooms plus, whatever the square footage is. And,
And there is also year built.
but we're not gonna do your bill. We're just gonna, just for the search,
No,
For the
there is some
class
people,
purpose.
they are
yeah.
that's picky.
Yeah. So just to let you guys know, sometimes buyers will be very specific with what they're looking for. And they know exactly, but sometimes it's like a unicorn, it doesn't exist. So you have to bring them back to reality and say, look, let's just do this search and see what comes up.
Right.
Because sometimes they might like one of those houses and they didn't think that they would, right? They get a list of properties that include something that they weren't really looking for, but then they click on it and see the pictures like, wow, this is a pretty nice house. I wanna see this.
Mhm.
So you wanna include a little bit more than what they're asking for. But in this case, let's just scratch the 2,000 square feet. Let's email a client, say, or text them, hey, there's nothing 2,000 feet plus, 2,000 square feet plus. So there's 5 matches. You can either click results at the bottom or results at the top. I'm gonna click on the top results here. Also, if you wanna look at it on the map, you can click on map and then see where they're located throughout the city. Right, and then if you can click on each one of them, it tells you a little bit about the property, what the price is. Right, and so forth. But at least you have an idea of where the properties are located. And maybe they don't want to live by the freeway, so you're probably gonna look at this property and this property, because it's not as close to the freeway. But maybe they don't care. They're not as picky as we thought Remo was. So they're like, you know what, anywhere, we just want to find something, because we've been looking for like 2 years and we've missed out on everything. So let's say, okay, now that we know where they're located on the map, let's click on results. And when you click on results, it's gonna show you like a summary, like a brief summary of each listing. So it's gonna give you the MLS ID, which is the MLS number. This is a status, that means status is active. It could be closed, active, pending, in this case it's active. And then type of property, single family residence detached. That's what the D is for. And then the street number and name, so this is 10 Augusta, city, area, this is in Northwood. What type of sale is it? It's a standard sale, or it could say short sale, or REO, bank owned, or trust sale. And then this is the list price. Okay, let's keep going here. Price per square foot, bedrooms, bathrooms. So under bathrooms, for those of you that are new, in California, we have like full bath, 3/4 bath, half bath, and quarter bath. And that's how it's reflected here. So in this example, it's 2 full bathrooms and a half bathrooms. so that's 2.5 bathrooms. If there was a 2 here and then 1 and a 1, it would be 2 full, 1 3/4, 1 half. And so what constitutes a full bathroom? Full bathroom, Tommy?
Full bathroom has a bathtub, a shower, a commode, and a sink.
Yes,
3/4 is a shower, a sink, and a commode, no bathtub. Half is commode and sink. And I don't think there's any,
and quarter is just a
Quarter.
sink.
yeah,
I think
Yeah,
they
I've
say
never
something,
seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that, but I think that's what constitutes a quarter. So if you see like in bathroom, there's like 1 1 1 1 1 1, that's kind of weird, right? But at least you'll know how to explain it.
There is, I've
You've seen that?
something, yeah, in Irvine.
So now you guys know what that is, right? So 3 bedrooms slash, and then the rest is bathrooms. The next column is square feet. So this property is 1535 square feet. And this is per the assessor. So there's gonna be different sources, right? So the source is of the square footage is the assessor. It could be per the owner, per the property of the homeowner.
What's E?
It could be estimated.
Estimate.
Let's cover over it, estimated. So there's gonna be different sources. Usually you're gonna see from the assessor, so pretty accurate.
There is 1979, close to 2000. Right?
The property, oh yeah, yeah. But let me just keep going through the different columns here. So your build, this is built in 1985. This is the lot square footage.
Hmm.
7,200 square foot lot, and then next slash, the size of the acre. So you can either measure it square feet or acre.
Or a-
And then DOM is days on market. And then CDOM is cumulative days on market. The difference is, for those of you that don't know, is days on market is, let's say I have a new listing and I put it on the market last week, so it's been on the market for 7 days. So you're gonna see, just like this example down here, 6 days on the market, 6 days cumulative days. But there's gonna be times where you're gonna see 6 days here and then like 152 days
Right.
on, next to it. That means that it was on the market, it expired, or was canceled, and then it came back on the market again.
Right. Maybe
So,
another agent.
It could be the same agent, it could be another agent, but it was on the market. The only time that number resets is when the property has been off the market for 90 days. So if it expired or canceled 91 days ago, I get the listing today, it's gonna start day 1, day 0. And then it's gonna start cumulative days, days on market, they're all gonna be 0. You guys understand, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see, I don't know
View.
what this is it view? I don't know, let's see, let's click on it, oh. I think, yeah, I think that might be view, yes or no. Let's go, this is a buyer's agent compensation or commission, BAC. So they're offering 2.5%, next one's offering 2%. Yeah, this is gonna go away, so don't get too comfortable with this column here. And then date, so I guess what date they put it on the MLS. All right, any questions on that? All right, so we want to see more on the properties, right? Let's click on the MLS ID to the left. And scroll down a little bit, you see all the same information you saw. Here's the address, status is active, here's the price, bedrooms, bathrooms, all that stuff that we saw, right, on that summary. But it also shows you where it's located on the map. If you click on the map, it'll blow it up on the map. Right, and then you can see, maybe if you want to see the satellite view, you can do that. Map view, you want to do Google view, you could do that. Street view. Right? And you can either scroll through the pictures here to see what pictures the listing agent uploaded, or you can click on it to enlarge it and scroll through that way. All right, what was that? Now we scroll down, parcel number. This is the AP number. If you click on this number, it'll take you to the tax records for this property, and it'll show you who the owners are, year built, track number, track name. I mean, there's, what is it? Let me show you. So this is the owner. It's in the trust. So when you submit your offer, The seller is gonna be the Johnson J Family Trust, right? 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1.5 bath. Keep going down here. Zip code, tract number, census tract, so there's more information, I mean, just probably not gonna use any of that, but let's see, scroll down. Assessed value, we don't need any of that. It'll tell you what they purchased it for too. Keep scrolling down, so listing information, this is the current active listing. And if we scroll down, they bought it in 2003 for, oh, they didn't buy it. Oh, sell price right here, $558 in 2003,
Wow.
yeah, and now they're selling it for 1.5, yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, so if you wanna look through this, you can go ahead and look through that, but it's more information about the property from the tax records. Let's scroll down. It shows you that there's an open house on these days. There's a property description. Usually the agent's gonna write a beautiful description about the house, just to impress you, like, oh, as you meander through the luscious green backyard, you stumble upon a picturesque view of the sunset, blah, blah, blah,
My listing
whatever.
right now reads like a Russian.
Does it? Does it? Okay, so.
But there is something important, like nominal rules, no HOA. Those are very appealing.
So we scroll down a little bit more, it's gonna show you the area and then the tract. Let's keep going down here. It's got cathedral ceilings, it's gonna tell you, if it comes with any appliances, it's got central air. So you can look through all this, see what other things are we looking for here. This is where the HOA fees would be. There's no HOA here, like Rima mentioned. If there was, there would be the HOA fee here. Sometimes you'll see 2 or 3 HOA fees. And then it'll have the HOA name and phone number. Let's
They
see.
mention also what's included, what's excluded on the top.
School district, so all of this is entered by the listing agent. Sometimes they enter the school district and the actual elementary school, middle school, and high school in the area. And sometimes they don't. In this case, they didn't, they just entered the school district. But it's nice of your listing agent to add that because it helps maybe buyers that are moving into their neighborhood or buying with a family and they want to attend a certain school. This will help them with that. And then again, here's the commission, 2.5%. Let's keep going. Private remarks, all offers will be reviewed on Sunday. See, make sure you read private remarks. And you read the showing instructions. This is a listing agent, actually, this is the contact, the agent you contact for showing with any questions, but it seems to be the same person as the listing agent. And in this case, there's 2 listing agents. But read the showing instructions.
That's really strict.
Yeah, we had a conversation before we started recording, about an example of someone that didn't read the showing instructions, they just show the property without permission. That's a violation. You guys are just driving by, you see there's a for sale sign on the property and say, oh, let me take a look. Don't do that. Check the MLS, read the showing instructions and follow the instructions and do not show the property until either the agent approves it or okays it or whatever the show instructions are instructing. And also mind the private remarks, they're in there for a reason.
There is also sometimes they mention that they need to register in Showtime
Yes,
without going directly.
yeah, this one doesn't have it, but sometimes for showing, there'll be a button
To read
icon on the
something.
right side, yeah, it says showing time. It'll say schedule via showing time and you click on that app or that button and it'll show you like a schedule or calendar of open time slots. You click on it and you request it and then the agent will confirm it. And then here's the agent's contact information in case you need to call them or text them for anything, their email address. So that's the full report. If you want to go back to the one-line display, you can click here. There's other displays. you wanna do like an agent, let's do an agent short. I'll show you a brief view of it. If you wanna do medium, it'll give you a little more information. It'll go to the next one. Oh, yeah, it's less information than the full report. So in this case, let's go back to the one agent, one line display. Any questions on that? Okay, so now let's say these are the results. I want to email number 1 and number 3 to my client. So I'm gonna check the boxes next to the ones I want to email. Down at the bottom of the blue bar, we're gonna click on email. And then we're gonna type in the buyer's email. buyer@gmail.com, right? That's the buyer's email. And then on the subject line, we're gonna say, results for homes for sale in Irvine. And then in the message, you could say, hi, Mr. Buyer, Mrs. Buyer, these are the properties I found that match the criteria. Let me know if you'd like to look at them. Like a tour, so I can schedule what time's best for you, blah, 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 right? Whatever you want to send them. Then you click send. They're gonna get the email, they're gonna get those 2 properties, they're gonna look through them, say, hey, I want to see this property, whatever they're gonna do. So that's how you email specific listings. Or you can select all of them and click on email. Right, but they're only gonna get that one email with those properties. But let's say my buyer wants me to set them up on an automatic email, right? Where they're gonna receive an email anytime a property hits the market right away. Anytime there's a price change, anytime a property comes back on the market, right, that maybe it fell through. So we're not gonna select any of the listings. We're using the search criteria. So we've already entered the search criteria. We said Irvine in Orange County, 1.5 or less, 3 bedrooms plus. That's the criteria. That's what we're saving. So now we're gonna go down to save. New auto email. Again, notice I didn't check any of the properties because we don't care about the properties. We care about the search criteria. So new auto email. And then you have to create a new contact. So this is gonna be Mr. Buyer. So buyer@gmail.com. And I'm gonna save it. Right, now they're gonna be in my list of contacts. This box is defaulted with the check mark to send you a copy of the email, so you know what you sent out. Or anytime it goes out, you also get a copy of it. Subject line, homes for sale in Irvine. And scroll down. This is defaulted where it says send an email daily, every morning during the week. You could say, I just want to send them an email on Monday and Wednesday, and Sunday and Wednesday. And that's it, in the morning. Or Sunday evening only. Or what I like to do is I say, send it to them as soon as possible.
Yeah.
That sends them the first email, but they have to create an account. When they receive that first email, they have to log in. That means they accepted it. That means they're gonna start receiving your emails. If they don't click on it and log into it, create a login, they're not gonna receive your emails. So as soon as possible, they send them the email right away. And then once they log in and accept it, then anytime a new listing comes up with that criteria, they instantly get that email. Right, so sometimes time is of the essence. You have to it's a seller's market right now, so buyers are just fighting and clawing their way into getting accepted offer. You want to be the first one to offer it or the first one to see the property, right? So this is how you do it. Set them up this way. So again, it'll send them an email of any new listings. So they'll get the first email with the listings that are the results that came up now. But then the next email will only have that new property that came on the market. Or the property which has the reduction in price. Or the property that just fell out of escrow and came back on the market. It's only gonna have that listing, so they can focus on that. Now, make sure that when you're talking to your buyer, and we talked about this in the working with the buyer in the purchase process class, that when you're working with the buyer and you ask them, would you like me to set you up on an automatic email? You ask them, do you want me to set you up on an automatic email where you're gonna receive every listing that comes up that matches your criteria? Or because sometimes you're gonna get listings that you probably not gonna want, right? and you don't wanna look through them, you might get pissed off and say, why are you sending me this stuff? I told you I don't wanna look at certain properties. Or I could just send you emails, I could search daily and send you whatever I
That's
find
what
every
they
day. Not all of them, some of them say, I just wanna know what's on the market, because maybe, again, there might be something that they didn't know they liked, or that they would like, and they end up liking it. So if you have one of those clients that says, only send me specific properties that are single level, or that have one bedroom downstairs, even if they're two levels, there's gonna be certain things, right? And again, when, these are agents that are entering listings into the MLS, so they're not always accurate, they forget to click here or add a feature, or say that there's a bedroom downstairs, or whatever it is. So that's where you would have to, when you're working with a client that's specific, search every day. I want, if it's two bedroom, two levels, I want a downstairs bedroom, because my mother-in-law's coming in to move in with us, and she can't walk up and down the stairs, so we have to make sure that there's a bedroom and bath downstairs, okay, cool. If you send them listings if you send an automatic email where they receive listings of anything that's available, 2-story, 1-story, there's no bedroom downstairs, they're gonna look through it, they're gonna be mad.
Yes,
Why are you sending me this? That's why I fired my last agent, because they didn't listen to me. So those type of clients, make sure to look through the listings. If they want a downstairs bedroom, make sure there's a bedroom downstairs. You can send them those properties, and don't send the other ones, because you're gonna piss them off. So I'm gonna hit cancel here, because I don't want to send it to my buyer at gmail.com. Or if you don't want to save the auto email, you can save a search for yourself. Remember how we talked about earlier on? Click, this is how you save a search, new saved search. I entered my criteria. I'm not saving the listings, I'm saving the criteria. So I'm saving new saved search. I'm gonna name this one, Rima Picky Lady. Okay, and so I know who she is. And then I'm gonna add it to my home screen, so I can just click on it to see if there's anything new. So then I'm gonna click save. And guess what? When I go to my home page, there's her search right there. So every day I log into CRMLS, I can just click on Rima's search. Is there anything new today? Nope, there's nothing new today. Okay, I'm not gonna look through it. Instead of you having to do the search all over again every single day. So this is what I would do for a client like you that's that specific. I'm not gonna send you an auto email. I'm gonna add you to my favorites,
also.
so I can look every day to make sure that,
That's why I'm acting like them.
no,
Yeah,
there's buyers like that, yeah. Any questions on this? Okay, so let's go back home. Now let's go to search, residential detail. Always search residential, right, detail. And I'm looking for anything that's active, coming soon, single family, 1.5 minus, 3 bedrooms plus. And here I want to say maybe a zip code. I want anything that's 1 mile. You know what? Let's do a property. Anybody have a property in mind? An address?
Address or zip code?
Address.
Um,
Anybody like in Irvine? Just any address or anywhere near around here?
Can't think of one with less than 1.5 million.
No, just a neighborhood. Just
Um,
not a property that's on the market. Anybody at home have just an address that we can? You know what? I'll enter the same property that I had. So once you type in the property, make sure you select the address from the list. And I want to look for properties, damn, there's nothing. 1 mile radius around that property. So let's do, say, 3 million or less, one property. Okay, so I want to look for properties around this house. It's a 1 mile radius. Right, so here you select how far, 1/2 mile, 3 miles, whatever it is. Right here, it's just 1 mile. And our results, we have one match. Let's look at the map. And the center is the property address that I entered, this red dot. So there's one house on the market that's under 3 million. It's three bedrooms plus, single family detached. That's another way you can search for properties. If there's let's say your client says, I wanna live within 1 mile or 5 miles of my workplace or of my kid's school or whatever it is, this is how you can do that. You enter that address of where they wanna live. Cause you could live 1 mile that way, that way, that way, that way, you know, every which direction. They didn't say specifically where, they just said 1 mile or 2 miles or whatever it might be. So this shows you, if you hover over it, it's not gonna show me now, but if I click on the line and start expanding it, now it shows me, now it's 1.25 miles. Now this is gonna be, let's see, 2 miles. So you can expand the radius around. And it shows you there, which is pretty cool. So now we're 3 miles radius. So this is another way you can search. Any questions? Anybody at home?
I must have done something wrong, because I thought I'd entered in exactly the same thing that you had.
Mhm.
I've got 2,500 matches, so I've missed something.
You mind if I look at your screen?
Not at all.
Did you put the
Yeah, come and see.
city or
Ah,
county?
Thank you.
that's what I missed.
Okay,
It's still got 2,500 plus matches.
so now,
Something else.
for those of you that are newer, you're most likely gonna work at some point with leases, right? With tenants that are looking for properties for lease. In that situation, you would go to hover over search, hover over residential lease, and then detail. This is where you're gonna find homes for lease, homes for rent. So we're gonna say active, coming soon, again, Orange County. Price, let's say 5,000 and less. 3 bedrooms plus. We have, let's see, Irvine, probably nothing there. Oh, 82 properties, okay, cool. Now let's say single family residence, 17, okay, cool. So here's our criteria. Anything that's active, single family residence in Irvine, $5,000 or less, three plus bedrooms. So now we can click either on the map. I like to click on the map. I like to know where they're at. Okay, and then the pink ones are coming soon. The green ones are active. So let's click on, let's say I only want a specific area here. So I can click on this radius tool up here, the circle. Click in the middle here and drag it out and say, I just want that. Get rid of everything else. Or I can use the polygon tool and say, I just want everything that's inside this whole frame here. Now it's just gonna show me that. But you start with something, right? And then once you get to the map, then you're gonna select or cut out the area that you want. But in this case, let's say they don't care, they just wanna live in Irvine. Just click on results. And then here we go. Tells you what the rent is over here on the right-hand side. Days on market, same thing. The only thing is with these, and we talk about this in the class where we talk about leases, working with tenants and landlords, is the commission is gonna be different. And again, this is gonna be gone at some point, coming up in the next few months. But here, the commission is 2.5% of the lease term. So if it's a 1-year lease, it's 2.5% of what's the rent here?
Lease term or long term?
Lease term.
Lease term.
So this is, let's say it's 4,000. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna multiply 4,000 times 12. And then your commission is gonna be 2.5% of that number.
1,200. It's $1,200.
The commission?
Yeah.
You math people, man. There you go. So that's the commission. Some of them are gonna say 2.5% of first year FY. Some are gonna say total commission $500 or $1 or $100. So everyone's gonna type in something different. But that's where you look for the commission on that. But again, it's gonna be gone. Want to let you guys know because we still have a few months of that. Here it talks about the term. This is a 12 to 24 month lease. Deposit, security deposit, that's how much they want.
Oh, so if the 2.5% was the lease term, the
I
24,
was just looking at the same thing.
Yeah.
so it would be double that.
Yeah,
What I just
so
said.
usually you're gonna see 2.5% the first year.
Okay.
And sometimes when people enter the, what is it, the lease term, or what is it? Yeah, the lease term. They mean to do it for 12 months, but they enter that accidentally because they don't know any better. Not knowing that they're gonna have to pay 2 years if someone signs for 2 years.
But legally it's 2 years, if the contract for 2 years, right?
If they have this in the MLS,
Yeah.
that's why most people say FY, first year.
Mhm.
In case they do 2 years, well, I'm only gonna pay you for one.
My brother and I do a lot of 25% first month's rent, so. I guess in that case would be.
What's that about the same?
How much was this one? 4,000?
4,000.
Would be $200 less. But other stuff you might see.
So this is how you look for lease properties. If you're looking for residential income, like a duplex, triplex, fourplex, apartment complex, things like that, you can go to residential income, detail, do the same thing. Active coming soon, orange. Let's say we're looking for duplexes, so we're gonna say 2 units. We only want duplexes in this search, right? So in this search, we're only looking for duplexes in the city of Orange. There's 85, there's no way that there's 85 matches.
You can keep it Orange County without.
No, it's 4 matches, there we go.
Yeah,
That's weird, I was like, there's no way. So, okay, so they want a specific city, though, they're looking in the city of Orange.
Okay.
So they click on results, it shows you the results, here's the price, right? So let's look at one of these listings, what it looks like. So residential income is gonna show you. This is one of the different things about this. It's gonna show you how many bedrooms and baths each unit is, how much rent they're actually collecting, and how much pro forma means market rent. So this is how much the rent is being collected, but this is how much the market rent is in that neighborhood. So as you can see, they're getting less than market price. Again, there's the commission, and typically with these homes, in Orange County, they won't let you see the property until you submit until they accept your offer. And then you still have time to do your inspections and cancel if you don't like it, but a lot of these are,
so they say that again?
so some of the agents won't allow you to see the property until they accept your offer. So you have to submit an offer, they accept it, and then they'll let you see the
That's
property.
only for these things.
Yes, for income properties, yeah.
So they-
Yeah, and it's mostly Orange County. And the reason is because there's tenants in there. And so having to bother the tenants every time somebody wants to see the property, it's just, it's not cool, right?
Yeah.
You have like 20 people, they all want to see the property and you schedule at different times, then it's not fair for them. So it's, yeah, so you're gonna have, accept an offer, maybe you'll get 3 different offers for it. They accept one, and then it's, subject to the inspection of the property, so the offer is subject to.
Okay.
And then you still have your 17 days, you can do your inspections, you don't like it, you cancel, cool, we'll move on to the next one. Or, here's my request for repairs, all right, go through with it, right? So anyway, that's how you do the different searches, we did residential, we did residential income, residential lease. If you're looking for land, but usually you're not gonna find as many land, you might, listings than you would like in a commercial, maybe commercial, I
No,
think
there is
you
land.
would, yeah, you'll see land here.
Yes, there is.
Commercial property, you won't see as much here. Because there's LoopNet and CoStar, those are commercial, like, commercial MLSs. And you have to, it costs a lot of money to, be a member of those MLSs.
Oh, I didn't.
And then cross-property search, if you were looking for, I guess, the specific address, you can do that too. Cross-property search means it's gonna look for, lease, residential income, residential, no, not like what you're thinking. It means any type of, it could be, like I said, residential, lease, commercial, residential income. So it searches everything. Open house, if you wanna find out if there's any open houses this weekend, you can click on that. And let's say you wanna find out if there's open houses on these days here. Hit okay. And then you're looking at Orange County. And in Irvine. There's 144 open houses this weekend in Irvine,
Oh,
Saturday and Sunday. Some might be Saturday, some might be Sunday, some might be both days. But you can click on results. It shows you, right, all the different open, you can click on the map to see where the open houses are gonna be. All over Orange, Irvine.
yeah, but you should put the criteria, no?
No, if you just wanna visit
To
it,
minimize it.
yeah, you can do that. But right now, we're just looking at the open houses themselves. Actually, this doesn't. 3+. First, let's see, 2.
Yeah, there you go. 51.
Okay. And then living area. 43.
53.
Okay, let's keep going here. Let's see if we can get it down to 0. Bathrooms, 3+. 42. Okay, that only brought it down. Okay, all right, we're on a
The
roll here.
postal code now. Where the 42, where is the number? 92620.
Down here on the bottom left.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so now, wait, let's do,
Postal code.
let's do 4+, because, let's say 4+.
Yeah.
12 properties,
Wow.
okay, all right,
Yeah. I still have
let's do
some-
2,500 plus square feet.
No, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's where they draw the line, right? Let's do 2,200. Okay, we got 5, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let's see where the 5 are located.
Northwood.
Oh,
There's,
Oh,
Great
great part. Oh, it's good.
yeah, there's 2 there. So if you wanted to send your clients to an open house, you could do this, or go with them.
That's cool.
And then let's say you want to print these. Oh, we didn't talk about printing results. So you want to print them, you either print all of them, or let's say you want to print these 2, and then you're gonna go to print at the bottom. And then if you're gonna print these for yourself to look at, you want to do either the agent 1 line or the agent full. Which there's no agent full here, right here, agent full. But if you're gonna give this to your clients, you never give them the agent full or any agent type of report, because that has commission, it has showing instructions, it has private remarks, it has a listing agent's phone number. You don't want the phone of the listing agent, do you? No, because then they're gonna submit an offer to them. So you're gonna print them out a customer 1 line or a customer, when you do a regular search, you're gonna get more options, and there's a customer full or a customer short, so it gives them more information than just like the 1 line report. But then you click on print. And that's what it looks like. It's like a printer, print it, right? Let's see let me cancel that, and see what the agent full looks like. Why is it showing?
you can only do those as PDF,
Okay,
and then you can print
and then
them.
print them out, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I only select. Did I only select 1? Dude, that's weird. So let's go to like a regular search that we did. And try printing from that. By the way, if you click up here on recent searches, shows you all the searches you recently made. So if you don't wanna like remember, or you don't remember and you don't wanna retype everything, you just go back and look at, when it was, right? It was with 10:15 this morning. So let's say I wanna print this, this, and this. I go down to print. And I wanna do the agent full. And then I do print. It's gonna show me the agent full. Right? For each one. Let's go back. I've never used this feature, but you can share a link Generate link, those 3 listings. Copy URL, actually, so if you send it to your client, and then they click on the link, it's gonna look like this. Yeah, when they click on that link, this is what it's gonna look like. When you send them the properties too, when you email the properties, this is what they're gonna see on their end.
Oh, so you don't need an email to them, just say email to them the link, that's right?
You could do either one.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll take them to the same place. So like if they click, this is now you as a buyer looking at the listings. So this is what the buyer sees. Right, information, and then the buyer sees my contact information down here. Yes, oh look, elementary school, middle school, high
Oh,
school.
it's good.
And how the bottom, your contact.
Mhm.
and how to put it.
It automatically, when you're logged in and you send them the link, the system sends it as you.
Um,
It automatically does that.
Or these ones you have to send to them, they didn't search. right?
No, you're sending, yeah, we just said share link, remember? Share link, and if you send them an email with that link, that's what's gonna show up when they click on it. Okay, any questions? You guys know how to do this? Yes?
Lot
Pretty
better
easy?
than I did an hour ago.
Let's see, who's still, who did I not order to, who's still on Zoom here?
everybody here.
Okay, cool. You guys have any questions at all? No? Nobody?
No question. That was helpful, Carlos. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see, is there anything here else I can, oh, let's take you one more place here. One more thing is you want to go up here to where your name is, click on settings. And customize all these things, like my information. I know we've already done my information on the agent roster, but double check here. Make sure your information is correct. There's also a header and footer, and these are for emails that go out. Right? Make sure you have all the correct information. CMA cover sheet. This is for the CMA from the MLS. I don't like using the CMA from the MLS, so I don't care what this looks like. So I use Cloud CMA. Email signature, make sure you have your email signature in there in case you need to send any emails out. And then this is a picture that's gonna go on the My Home. Remember the link I sent with all the listings that we just looked at right here? Oh, I just closed it. Your contact information is gonna show up on there. So whatever shows up, whatever you save here is what's gonna show up on that link. So, let's see. So those are the main things that you're gonna use for MLS. So I don't wanna bombard you with too much information. This is what you're gonna need right now to search. There's other things, not as important, but these are the main things you need. So you guys can, if you wanna do realist tax, you wanna look at a certain property, you click on realist tax again up here. It opens up to a new window. Click on search up at the top. Type in an address. You wanna see who the owners are of a property, what their mailing address is. You wanna send them a letter. Hey, are you thinking of selling? I have a buyer that wants to buy your house. This is how you find their address. Let's see. If you have a new listing, I don't expect you guys to remember this. When you get a new listing, you come to me. But if you have a new listing, this is how you add a new listing to the MLS. Go to add edit. You add new. Is it a residential for sale or is it for lease? Let's say this is for sale. Residential.
Oh, so we can add to police, right?
You could also enter a lease listing.
And this listing is now only Orange County, so all California,
Yeah, you can list a property for lease in all of California.
we were saying.
Yes.
I'm
So-
going to this one,
I'm sorry.
I'm going to this one.
You're gonna list one in Riverside?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you would select under county, you're gonna
Right.
say Riverside County. And then you're gonna type in the AP number and it's gonna find it.
And how much is?
So when you go to the tax records, remember when we clicked on realist tax? You can enter the property address
Oh, so I can.
and it's gonna give you the parcel number.
Okay.
So you're gonna enter the parcel number here. or the street name, street number, street name, and then do search, and it's gonna find the property. And you're gonna fill, so let me show you, let me do that same property. This is just a lease that I currently had, that's why I'm using this address.
Okay.
So let's do search. And it doesn't find it, revise search. Oh, because I put Riverside County, that's why. Go to Orange County. Search. So this is the property, and I click on fill. And it's gonna populate specific things about the property, so we click on basics. See, it entered the city, the address, all this information about the property, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, all that stuff, right? So the rest I have to fill out as the listing agent. So everything that's in yellow is required.
What about the picture? How can we put picture here?
I'll show you in a second. Let me just go through this. You have to also pinpoint it on the map, so you can say, place the pin, I trust you. Okay, that looks correct. Okay, I want that. But you have to fill in everything that's in yellow that's required. Everything else is optional, right? Then you're gonna click on description. You have to type out a description of the property. There's certain words you can't use. You can't use like to discriminate. You can't use that it's a family neighborhood. You can't use that it's only for single people. You can't use that it's walking distance to somewhere because you're discriminating against disabled people. You can't say that this is Asian community. You can't say, like, you can't use certain words. You have to describe the property and maybe the neighborhood, but nothing else, right? Features, you have to check mark, whatever applies to it. And if you don't fill some of these out, when you try to save it and submit it, it's gonna say, oh, you're missing some, and then you have to go back and fill it out. But it'll show you, like when you try to submit it, it'll have like a red circle up where it says like features, like a little red dot. That means that's where you have to go to find what you missed. Land terms. If there's an HOA, this is where you enter the HOA, right? Remember I told you that agents fill this stuff out, they enter this information, this is how they do it. So again, there might be errors, so human errors, right, that always happens.
The HOA is now required because now yellow, right?
It's not required because not every home has an HOA, but if you know there's an HOA, you should enter that.
Oh, but the HOA now charge the tenant. So do we have to?
No, this is for sale, this is not for lease.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so anyway, you're gonna go through, how much commission are you offering? This is probably gonna go away. And is it a percentage or a dollar amount? So forth, but anyway, I just want you guys to see what it looks like when you're adding a listing. Green, is it green? Right? Power production, solar panels, yes, no, is there an ADU? Are you gonna do an open house, when, right? So this is what this looks like when you add a listing. And, let me save as incomplete. So here's where you can edit photos,
Oh, okay.
and then you can upload them from your computer.
Okay.
But when you go to add edit, and you say you want to go back to that, click here. And then manage photos. And then you add photos this way. But again, I don't expect you to remember all this. When you're ready, we can sit down and I can show you how to do all this. Yeah. All right, so I'll let you guys go. We'll see you guys next week. If you have any questions or maybe something didn't, I guess, sit well or something, call me or email me and we can talk about it and walk you through it.
Thank you for this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's great. Actually, one thing I did just think of.